Hello, my name is Margaret Adele, and welcome to me trying to atone for a major mistake. Now, most of the time when I get a new review book, I immediately put it on my list on Goodreads, but I haven't always been that great at it. And I've only recently gotten good at remembering to put every book on the minute I get the request for it. So I got an email from an author about a day or two ago who was like, hey, FYI, I don't want to rush you, but the third book in the series comes out at the end of this month. And I went and I checked the email, and I had accepted this book for review in December of 2019 and had just never put it on my review list. It totally slipped my mind and I feel awful about it. So I'm giving a little bit extra, a little bit more than just the video review. We're doing a reading vlog because this book is only around 100 pages and that's about what I read in a day, and it's Saturday. So I'm just going to do a I read a book in a day reading vlog to give this author a little bit more as, you know, a way to pay penance for making her wait 10 months. So, the book I'll be reading today is Run with the Hunted by Jennifer Donahue. This is a cyberpunk heist story all about this trio that goes to steal diamonds in this futuristic future. And the diamonds have something strange about them, and I'm intrigued to see where that goes. The third in the series comes out at the end of this month, but again, I can read this in a day, and I'm hoping this kind of pays penance for making her wait close to a literal year. Not my finest moment, but we had some other things we got to do today. Of course, it's Saturday. That means it's farmer's market day. I'll probably end up playing with the little for a while, but I'm absolutely sure I can get this read in a day. That's like the standard number of pages I read anyway. And if this vlog has to be pushed on into Sunday, well, then it's still a fun reading vlog. So I'm going to go head to the farmer's market and then probably get lunch. And then at some point, we'll have to sit down and do some reading. All right, the first 25 pages have been read, and I am really appreciating it. It starts off really quickly. Right away, the trio is meeting for their plan to steal the diamonds, and you have Bristol, who is this fancy one that says darling and the like. You have Dolly, who is probably the character closest to me, who is the big, like, muscle, and then you have Bits, who is the tech guru, and I already like the characters. I don't know that I would call them friends necessarily. They seem more like business associates, and Bristol is one of those characters that is interesting, and I can't tell if she's likable or not yet. It almost feels like a way more upstated and fancy, like, Burn Notice, almost. That's like, they feel very professional and very much like they've done this before, and the party is fancy. One of my personal favorite aspects is that the protagonist's, like, I think best friend, or at least very, very close friend, is non-binary. And it's that kind of super well-written non-binary character where even if you're still trying to drag your brain out of the binary, kicking and screaming, it's hard for your brain to, like, automatically try to, like, slot them into the binary. And I really appreciate that, especially if you're someone who's supportive, but hasn't quite convinced their brain to get on the train yet. Reading more books with these kind of non-binary characters can help you remember the they, them pronouns. And so I really suggest it for that one. Now, it is too early to begin forming my star rating, but we are definitely on the positive side as of right now. Now, this is a very short book, and one of my biggest problems with a lot of short indie books is that they race through a plot and add too many subplots. And there might be a romance subplot in this. Looks like there's at least something. So if it sticks with all about the heist and all about the diamonds, then that 100 or so pages won't feel too short. But if we try to get on some side tracks and some side plots, then it might be. But right now, I'm hopeful. I also want to go on a walk before the rain that has been threatening all day actually starts coming down. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I am back, a little bit damper from my walk. I did not totally miss the rain, but I do want to do a mini experiment to find out how fast this book reads. My average reading speed on an average book is page and a half per minute. So if I sit down to read for an hour, I'll have 90 pages read by the end of it. And I like to time myself sometimes when I read indie review books. That way I can kind of gauge how much the writing flows. So my guess is this one is at least average. I don't think it's my slowest, which is a page a minute. That's usually only for like old English classics, but I don't think it's quite as much as my super like mid-grader poetry levels, which is 2 pages a minute. But I'm going to put a timer on for 15 minutes, and then I'll do some math and figure out if this is average or above average for speed. So, the experiment might have been a slight failure because for whatever reason, the online timer on my laptop did not actually give a sound when it was over. So I can only guesstimate, but I did end at page 54. So at the very least, it is at least my average reading speed. So a decent reading speed. I have no idea what that means for you if you want to read this book, because I know that I read naturally faster than a lot of people. But there was a scene at this old-fashioned arcade that I love because one of the characters was like, I heard about this old game from the mid-20th century and it was so strange, and she goes on to describe it, and it's a duck hunt. And I really appreciated that. And it's very much in the crap, what are these diamonds, what are they doing to us, running around shtick. But I do like that it is sticking to the plot at hand. There's no side plots. There's not trying to shove anything else in here. It's all about this one specific like plot thread. So my hope is that the second half of this book will go on smoothly. Now here's the thing. I'm probably not going to do any more reading this afternoon because I always read during my workout on the exercise bike. It's half an hour, and reading a book just makes it go by much more faster than anything else. And with half an hour, with the way this reading speed is, I will at least have it almost close to done, and I usually do that in the evenings after dinner. So I got a giant, like, block of time to myself. We have, I hope you can't make out her face behind me, but we have a bored little who we're hoping to have a friend come over, but she hasn't come over, so I might offer to play some Roblox with her to keep her from just losing her mind with boredom today. And maybe play some Sims myself. So, oh, and I also gotta film a thing. I got some other stuff going on. Got some of the dailies I gotta do, guitar to practice, writing to do. The FF Medieval Romance is coming along very well. But I'm really enjoying this one. I think I can safely say we are at least in the realm of a 4-star, and 5-star is all depending on the ending. I am a very big ending person. The ending has got to make the rest of the book worthwhile. But we're on the up and up. We're looking good. And I'm really happy that I can rectify this horrible situation, and that I'm going to be reading a book in a day. Everyone wins. Kind of. It is after dinner and I have digested my food, so it is time for the workout, which means that it is also time to get back to reading. Now, because I work out for a half hour and I'm reading the entire time, I will likely either finish it while on the exercise bike or get so close to finishing that I will probably just end up finishing it off screen, so to speak, and then check in. So the next time I check in with you will be my final thoughts on the book as a whole. Hello, I have just finished my workout, and now I am tired. But it was very, very serendipitous, because just as I was scrolling to the last page of the PDF, my timer went off. So it was almost exactly a half hour of reading left in it, and in general, I very much enjoyed this. It did not feel overly empty. There were some things I would have liked a little bit more in-depth scenes on. However, this is a series, and the plot itself felt tidy. Not like enough happened for the pages, but not so much that it felt rushed, and I really appreciated that. I liked how the women got the last laugh at the end, and that our possible romantic interest, Will, was never really up to Bristol's level, although her in-depth descriptions about the clothes and makeup she wears are whatever. I've never really paid that much attention. However, in this case, it worked towards her character, because she is very focused on appearances and that kind of thing. So in general, my husband is watching from beyond the camera, I think waiting for me to be done. I really enjoyed this one. I'm not sure on my rating. I'm feeling like a 4-star. There were just some things I wish were a little bit more in depth, but overall, pretty good. And Miss Donahue, if you wouldn't mind sending me the sequel, I promise I won't wait another 10 months. I've gotten a lot better at that. You know, authors are only waiting 6 months now. But anyway, if you want to see my full thoughts on the book, I will be putting out a review, and if I'm smart, I will include that in the description of this video. But now we have... That's what you were waiting to do?
I just wanted my phone.
Oh, okay. In general, we have a little who we were hoping would have a friend come over and play with her today, but said friend never came, and this is a little who's used to a home with a lot more people, and so being here with just us can be a struggle for her at times. So we are going to go get her a little treat as a pick-me-up for being stuck at home on a very boring day, and we're running into the room now. You know you can't be on camera. We're working on that. She really wants to be, but we know we can't show her face on social media. That's the rules. Anyway, I will maybe put in a couple clips from our special trip that we're going to in a little bit. Yes, I haven't told you yet. So, thank you so much for watching. With nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous tomorrow.